It is time once again to mine the very depths of my Discord for cards that slap. This is the show where bros in the Discord take a break from buying Bugattis out there and calling models back and doing deadlifts to suggest cards, and I tell them if they slap. And guess what, dude? They do. But listen, you gotta hit the subscribe button, dude. Not out of vengeance, but out of love for the better Commander videos. Some ask for whom the bell tolls. The subscribe bell tolls for thee, my friends. We also have memberships below and a sweet Patreon filled with bearded men like Rob, Ryan, Tyler, Wesley, S. Moon in there, maybe Sailor Moon, I don't know. Many thanks to all the bros. Reins of Power? Yeah, man. 2 blue, instant, untap all creatures you control and all creatures target opponent controls. You and that opponent each gain control of all creatures the other controls until end of turn. Those creatures gain haste until end of turn. Another 4 mana instant that you can use offensively to attack someone with another player's army. Or block with another player's army, man. I dig this, and guess what? Minotaurs are weak-willed losers, dude. Bovine slap. Get that udder, brother. I don't know what you're smoking, but this guy slaps. The Railway Brawler. 3 green, creature Rhino Warrior. It's a 5/5 with reach and trample. That's awesome right there, man. Whenever another creature you control enters, put X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is its power. Has plot for 3 and a green. Yeah, man, this card's insane, dude. Of course this slaps. It's very pricey, too. I'm just highlighting it here because I never even knew it existed. I missed it in the first set, I guess. I like it, but it's 5 mana, You can ramp this out turn 3. You're in the money, dude, with a big rhino slap in the damn gullet. Come on. This guy's the best username. Apocalypse Meow has as if Moonsilver Key slaps. 2 generic mana artifact, has 1 untap, sacrifice it, search your library for an artifact card with a mana ability or a basic land card, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. Yeah, brother, come on, man, I love this card. I use it in quite a few decks to search out my combo pieces, man. It's great in Osgear. You got Ashnod's Altar, Basalt Monolith. Those are great combo pieces, man, just to name 2. I don't understand what the heck the art is supposed to be, though, but this is a key slap, brother. Shard of the Nightbringer. 5 black, creature Catan. It's an 8/8 with flying. Has drain life. When this guy enters, if you cast it, target opponent loses half their life, rounded up. You gain life equal to the life lost this way. This is the Space Grim Reaper in Warhammer 40k lore, I guess, man. I don't know. I played Chaos and Guard. The Necrons all just look so samey to me. The easy way to cheat these 8 mana spells is with Reanimators, but that won't work, man, because you have to cast it. So you need decks that lets you cast it without paying its mana cost. Like this guy. Marvo, Deep Operative. 3 blue and a black legendary creature Octopus Rogue. It's a 1/8. Whenever this guy attacks, clash with defending player. Whenever you win a clash, draw a card. Then you may cast a spell from your hand with mana value 8 or less without paying its mana cost. For the record, dude, this card for sure slaps, dude. It's the 8-handed slap, man. But both these cards slap like a hungry superfly on drugs, alright? How about this lady, Cecily from Sicily, the Haunted Mage. 1 blue, black, and a red. Legendary creature, human wizard. It's a 3/5. Your maximum hand size is 11. When this thing attacks, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. Then if you have 11 more cards in your hand, you may cast an instant or sorcery spell from your hand without paying its mana cost. Also has friends forever, dude. This is interesting. It's 11 from Stranger Things, alright? Universes within. But without all the dramatic overacting and hand gestures and screaming and all that stuff. Listen, I am a sucker for Stranger Things. I will admit that. But those kids' best years are probably ahead of them acting-wise, Anyways, man, Grixis Drawn Wheels is a fun thing to build. It's fairly powerful, man. Every year wheel decks get better tools, so this certainly slaps. It's like a telekinetic slap, I guess. Now Zabkiel wants to talk about Everything Comes to Dust. 7 white, sorcery has Convoke. Exile all creatures except those that share a creature type with a creature that convoke this spell. All artifacts and all enchantments. So this card I mentioned in a recent video referencing human tokens. But if you're in a tribal deck in white, dude, especially one running tokens, lots of token swarms, man, I would run this card. It's like an asymmetrical board wipe. She's melting the Daleks, man. Take it easy, Captain Marvel out there. The Daleks did nothing to you, man. Preposterous Proportions. Alright, 5 green, sorcery. Creatures you control get +10/+10. Oh my god, gain vigilance until end of turn. So maybe your commander gives evasion. Maybe you're in a flying deck or in a ubiquitous trample deck or something, or there's a trample enabler in your command zone. I like this, man. I like it a lot. The vigilance gives you a chance to survive the crackback. 7 mana is fairly steep, though. Now, Drewby asks about Akeem, the Soaring Wind. So this guy is 2 blue, red, and a white, legendary creature, bird dinosaur. It's a 3/4 with flying. Whenever you create one or more tokens for the first time each turn, create a 1/1 white bird creature token with flying. Dude, that's the American Eagle, brother. 3 red, white, and a blue. Creature tokens you control gain double strike until end of turn. This is kind of an old slapper that got outclassed as soon as they printed Marnius Calgar, and various other legends. I think it still slaps, dude, but it's just little tiny slaps. And while we're on the subject, might as well hit up the old Marnius Calgar here. If you guys have never seen this card, it's a house, man. 2 white, blue, and a black, legendary creature, Startaze Warrior. It's a 3/5 with double strike. Has Master Tactician. Whenever one or more tokens you control enter, draw a card. Has Chapter Master 6. Create 2/2 white Astartes Warrior creature tokens with Vigilance. It's kind of just does it all, man, but doesn't lend itself to a combat victory quite as readily as Akeem. Akeem is a weird card for sure, man. This card, though, Marnius, is wild, man. Illusionist's Gambit. So this is 2 blue instant. Cast a spell only during the declare blocker step on an opponent's turn. Remove all attacking creatures from combat, untap them. After this phase, there's an additional combat phase. Each of those creatures attacks that combat if able. They can't attack you or planeswalkers you control that combat. Aw man, we attacked the wrong army. That's called friendly fire, dude, and that's not better commander, brother. Yeah, this slaps, man. Basically aiming the alpha strike at someone else. Doesn't help if you're the last 2 players left at the table, but I guess they can't attack you. It buys you a turn. Never slap a horse, dude, but I do like this art and the effect. My boy Supa, man. Supa loves soup out there. He wants to know if Preston the Vanisher slaps, and it's 3 and a white, legendary creature, rabbit wizard. It's a 2/5. Whenever another non-token creature you control enters, if it wasn't cast, create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's a 0/1 white illusion. Pretty wild. As 1 and a white, sacrifice 5 illusions, exile target non-land permanent. Jumpstart 2022. What a weird time, man. I know there are some people out there who see this rabbit and think, man, I would totally eat that dude with some potatoes. He looks downright delectable out there. But this is a mono white blink monster, especially if you run ETB effects, which you should. I like his style, man. He's turning the tables on magicians, putting them in the hat. Ertai Resurrected. 2 blue and a black, legendary creature, Phyrexian human wizard. It's a 3/2 with flash. When this guy enters, choose up to 1. Counter target spell, activated ability, or triggered ability. Its controller draws a card. Okay. Destroy another target creature or planeswalker. Its controller draws a card. Yeah, this is pretty sweet, man. This is insane, precisely because it's so versatile. And this fella, add him to a blink deck, alright? Esper Blink, Amanatu, something like that. You're getting pretty oppressive out there. Yeah, they're drawing cards, but you're not going to let them cast any of them. As the bros and Zapkiel pointed out, stifles are essential. Now, this is a really weird card. Curie, Emergent Intelligence. 1 in the blue, a legendary artifact creature robot. It's a 1/3. When this thing deals combat damage to a player, draw cards equal to its base power. Has 1 in the blue, exile another non-token artifact creature you control. Curie becomes a copy of the exiled creature, except it has, whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw cards equal to its base power. This is hoops, man. You need artifact creatures. It's interesting, though, for sure. There are archetypes that want creatures to die or running creatures that want to die. They have to be artifact creatures, though. The ceiling is a lot of cards. It's a whole grip of cards, man, but I don't know, man. I'm jumping through a lot of hoops here. Now, Swede Racer, he wants my take on the old Coveted Jewel. 6 generic mana artifact. When it enters, draw 3 cards. Has tab at 3 mana of any one color. Whenever one or more creatures an opponent controls attack you and aren't blocked, that player draws 3 cards and gains control of this thing, untap it. Yeah, man, listen, I love this card. I don't tend to play it unless I can copy it or do some untapped shenanigans with it and win on the spot, but it's an all-star in Orvar, the all-form. It's goofy commander slapper, dude. This card rocks. Now, Rev McSizzle was talking about Altar of the Brood. 1 generic mana artifact. Whenever another permanent you control enters, each opponent mills a card. So on the subject of Blink, this is a mill all-star, man, but also a win condition in a deck like Preston where you want to infinitely blink something. I dig this card, man. Worship the snake, dude. That's what she said, you feel me? Sterling Elite wants to know about Winds of Abandon. So this is 1 and a white sorcery, exile target creature you don't control. For each creature exiled this way, its controller searches their library for a basic land card. Those players put those cards onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Overload for 4 white. Yeah, man, I like this a lot, but I stopped reading it. Exile all creatures you don't control. That's the end of the card, right? I mean, listen, if they overextend and they're in top deck mode, may as well cast this, dude. They have lots of mana, but hopefully nothing to cast. I have played this card. It's way better than it looks, plays way better than it looks. The art is wild too, man. Alright, one more, man. This is a legend heavy episode, but as they say, it is what it is, you know? I like when Al Pacino says that. You know, we gotta tell you it's what it is. You're gonna tell me it's what it is. Anyways, man, we got Chainer out here, Nightmare Adept, 2 black and a red, legendary creature, human minion. It's a 3/2. Discard a card. You may cast a creature spell from your graveyard this turn. Activate only once each turn. You can activate on your opponent's turns if you have stuff with flash in there. Whenever a non-token creature you control enters, if you didn't cast it from your hand, it gains haste until your next turn. This is a very powerful commander. I've used it in the 99er Reanimator decks as well, just for that second ability. That ability to grant haste can be vital to a Reanimator deck. And remember too, this applies to blinked creatures, creatures entering from exile, or creatures not cast at all. It also applies to your commander. You know, it's not cast from your hand. You know what I'm saying, dude? Some decks, that's enough, man. Pretty amazing 30-cent card. He's going to hit you with that gauntlet for a slapperoo. And that's volume 10 of Cards That Slap in the history books, as they say. You know, I have fun making these videos, man. And I hope you guys have fun watching them or listening to them while you're in bed with your wife, dude, or whatever, your schnauzer, or whatever animal you let in there, dude. I'm not here to judge, all right? Whatever it is, man, enjoy it. Snuggle it up. Hold your loved ones tight tonight. All right? It's going to be a weird couple years coming up, man. Nikki G, Better Commander, signing off.